Oh boy. Yahoo. Hello. Welcome. Sorry, it took a minute to get started. It's Cherry Tuesday. We're charioting it up with our ugly Christmas sweater. Also, Mystery Michael sent me a wonderful clock. So it's got the date and the time back there because one of you was begging for it. So thank you, Mystery Michael. Michael Mystery. And got some cool shirts from him too. So, you know, can't go wrong there. All right. So we are raising money for St. Jude's. I know I said we're gonna do Shriners, but apparently Shriners is not listed with YouTube. So anyone who's a Shriner, get Shriners Hospital listed with YouTube and we'll do a Charity Tuesday for them. But we're going to do St. Jude's again. We did St. Jude last year, which did set a record. We raised $3,909 for St. Jude's last December. That record's since been broken twice. We did $4,709 for Children International in October. And then we did $8,026 for Toys for Tots last month. So it's the end of the year. We are if you do donations now, you get your little tax write-off for this year's tax season. So might as well do it. If you're watching this show at a later time, like after the live, you can still donate. Hit the little donate button, which I think is either below or to the one side or the other of your screen. We thank you so much. There is a raffle. So everyone who donates, I believe, will probably be able to get a Blue Sky code. Who wants one? I've got 75 of them right now. Maybe people send me some others. And we will Blue Sky code it up. I don't have a tally going for the charity right now. Weird. Okay. That being said, what are we giving away? Well, every dollar you donate becomes a raffle item for a Houston Christmas tree ornament. We also have a set of... come on. That's not food for you. Houston coasters. We have... dog, not food. We have a Houston mug. Shiny shirt mug, and the creme de la creme, a giant Houston shiny shirt 2024 calendar, complete with all of the shiny shirt majesty you could ever want to hang on your wall. You know, we got everything. We got everything for you. Oh my goodness. So every dollar you donate becomes a raffle entry for these items. So there'll be 4 raffles. And then the bonus is that you get a Blue Sky code if you donate as well. So you can be on a Twitter alternative that's free from Nazis pretty much, because they kind of delete them over there, and get on the ground floor of that good app. So what I got going on right now, I got my first couple of names. I got things get slowed down because I have to write down all the names because that's how I gotta do it. But we got Ludicrous Speed, Red Lightsaber, Wheat Wild, first name, last name, Bex, Darren Saunders, and Vera Nocum. Normally this gives me a total of all the donations that have gone through, and I don't have it. Crazy Coasty. 84. Boom. So I might have to bring up the video in another screen so I know how much is going, because I normally get a little total, but the total's not showing up at all, which is weird. Very weird. Okay. So I go to my channel. Yes, my channel. We go to there, and then we gotta tell the volume to shut up because we don't care about that. And okay, we're at $266. We're $294. Another one jumps to, we had anonymous. All right, the anonymous, If you do it anonymous, that means you don't care about the raffle because I can't record your name. And Pauco. Boom. All right. So $294, 29.4% of the way to our $1,000 goal. And of course, our real goal is to crush last month's record. That might be hard to do because last month's record, you guys had met the goal before I even started the show. So you were well on your way on that one. Oh, I should say that in the calendar is my birthday. I forgot to mention that. Talvin 4 was our winner last year, and Talvin 4 has my birthday in there. So boom. So now you know my birthday is inside the calendar. All right. So, do we have anything to actually talk about today, Monkey? Other than you staring at me because you think that the coasters are food and they're not food at all. Gotta get the sponsors in there. So, Daniel Bachelor. Boom. Bachelor. Okay. I'm hoping my voice lasts for the 2 hours that we got scheduled for today because it's been rough going since I got sick. It keeps failing on me. All right, so where are we sitting? We're sitting. Ryan Cohen has been doing what appears to be countdown tweets happening. Counting down to something. I don't know what. But he did the 5, he did the 4, he did the 3, he did the 2 yesterday. Tweet at 2:22 or whatever. And it was a very weird tweet from Target about a book called People Love Dead Jews. Which is, I guess kind of true. What's it counting down to? Well, we all have our guesses, right? That we think it has to do with Teddy, Butterfly, BBBY, etc. Some things happened over the weekend. Dr. Monkey got a hold of the transcripts from a hearing back in September where they specified that the exclusivity period ends on January 18th. So that's interesting. That means a credit bid can be incoming by January 18th. It gives us a date. We've had lots of dates and they all just kind of blow right by them. So I will cross my fingers and twiddle my thumbs and hope that gives us something. How about I do this for now and I'll record some more names. Boom. So Prontal. Monkey, 32.4% of the way to $4,000.
Houston, we have a problem.
Okay, here we go. Boom. Dude, don't do the little whiny whine. Don't do it. No, just get up here. Come on. Monkey. Get up here. Come on. Nope. Not up on me. Over here. Come on. Over here. Come on. Up on the bed. Yeah, all the way up. Come on. All the way up. Nope. Knock it off. Monkey. Up on the bed. Come on. Up. Because if you're just going to stare at me and whine. All right, fine. Go over there. Just don't stare at me and whine. Hello. There we go. That gave us $30. Anxiety Lord. $10. And Cade McFadden. McFadden. Boom. 354. We're 35.4% of the way there. Awesome. Awesome for St. Jude's. Okay. Oh, Hungry Caveman. You guys let's spend the whole show just reading people's names and writing things down. Hungry Cave Man. Boom. 37.4% of the way there. Okay. Ludicrous Speed. What's your first? Chris Taylor. Yay. I'm first today. No, you weren't. You were second. Laji Malala is here. Phil Clayton is here. Derek Horst is here. Missing Merry Christmas. Bread me. I got no bread. I still have no bread. I only got crumbs there, Derek. Who else is underwater after Christmas? Probably everybody. I think that's where we're sitting is we're just born underwater from Christmas. Philip Clayton, hope you and yours family had a great Christmas. We had a pretty nice Christmas. It was very quiet. It was a quiet Christmas, quieter than usual. Philip Clayton, any word on BBY and Teddy, etc.? Are we still twiddle mode? Oh, we're still in twiddle mode. You know something's up if I crack open a bottle of Martinelli's. That's when the next step has happened. But until then, we're twiddling and we're drinking water. Scott Paul, happy Charity Tuesday, everybody. Happy Charity Tuesday, everybody. Isn't that just fantastic? Mario Valdez, Houston, can you do a show on nothing but politics so we can really clean house? Just kidding. Hope you and your family had a Merry Christmas. We did. Don't worry. We clean house regularly enough. I've distilled you guys down into the most worthwhile crowd on the internet, I think. Crail for Breakfast is here. Andrew Stewart, Houston. Have you ever seen pictures of Furrong Ancient Town on Google Maps? Furrong Ancient Town. I've never heard of Furrong Ancient Town. So my guess is that you want me to go to Google Earth here. Blink. And I need to move you like so, make you smaller, shove you over here, make you bigger again. Bam. All right. Boom, boom. Furrong Ancient Town. Furrong Ancient City, Weijing District, Chengdu, Sichuan, China. So Furrong Ancient City, up here in Sichuan, where the food is spicy. Okay. My guess is we're going to take the little dude here, and we're going to drop him. Are there anywhere where pictures are? Can we get pictures anywhere? No, Google car has been to China, apparently. Ooh, no. Okay. How do we... Can I do this one, maybe? Wrong Ancient City. Give me something. Give me some pictures. I'm Googling, and I see no pictures popping up. And if I take the little dude... Oh, wait, here's one. Bam. There we go. Okay, got ourselves a very pleasing garden. All right, noted. What's the other one? What's the other one? Take our little dude. We're going to drop him down. That's one we just did, right? So where's the other one? Where is the other one? I swear that's where we just were. Crap, that is, yeah, that's one we just did. Okay. Up, down, jump around. There was another dot. Where's the other dot? Boom. There. That one. Wrong Ancient City. Boom. Ancient air conditioner. We have ourselves an ancient canal. And, I mean, it looks lovely. Got some more ancient air conditioners up there. We have some ancient aluminum windows. With our ancient air conditioner. So, looks like Sichuan got ourselves an ancient city. Oh, there's pictures. Bam. All right, you guys can't see that because only I can see it for some reason. Well, it looks lovely, nonetheless. Enough of that one. We got donations. Oh, somebody trying to come in? You want to come to Orange Cat? Come to the party? Here. Yeah, come on in. Oh, yeah, you regret everything, don't you, Orange Cat? All right, what we got? Sorry, we had Guts for the Long Term. Guts for the Long Term. Boom Boom, Belgian Whale. Oh, now you want to get out. Yeah, whatever, Cat. You're stuck in here. Jigishugla. Jigish. Okay, what's that mean for us? We are at $446, 44.6% of the way there. No way! Already, fantastic. Okay, and remember, we're raising money for St. Jude. I know if you're foreign, you're like, why are you raising money for a hospital? Because poor people in America don't have health care, and kids are, by definition, poor. They have no income. So St. Jude and other children's hospitals provide health care for kids for free. The kids get cancer, weird diseases, burn victims, annihilated by a car, whatever. They have lots of Cat. You are not allowed to scratch and beg to come in here, and then scratch and beg to leave. That's not allowed, Orange Cat. You can sit up here. You can hang out with me. We do a little karaoke. Got another anonymous. Fantastic. All right. Yeah, Cat. That's right. You hang out up here, and now the dog's standing there, so you don't want to leave. Yep. Butthole. Oh, gonna yell at the dog? Yeah, there you go. Okay. Where was I? Oh, avocados. Hey, everyone. Hope your Christmas and holidays went well. Everyone's wishing a good Christmas. I hope you had good Christmases. Or if you don't celebrate Christmas, you had a good other holiday. My family is, well, I'm not observant anything, but I still acknowledge Hanukkah and Christmas. But yeah. Right, lightsaber. Merry Christmas and happy birthday. My thumbs are gargantuan and are creating massive air currents when I twiddle them. Dude, just... Monkey, quit torturing the cat. Wheat Wild. Houston, here's a small donation. Can I please have one Blue Sky code? Great show. You got your Blue Sky code. You're good. Jake released 2 long-winded posts. Don't understand what he's trying to convey. His posts are all about how the pumped up lawsuit against Ryan Cohen should be thrown out. It's that simple. I mean, he looks at Rule 16b, and Rule 16b expressly stipulates that Ryan Cohen, in order to violate the short swing rule, has to be an insider when he bought and when he sold. And he was not an insider when he purchased. He purchased 9-point-something% of the company. He's not an insider until he has over 10% of the company. And he specifically did not purchase more than 10% of the company. He became inadvertently an insider because, Monkey, leave the cat alone. Because the company did stock buybacks, reducing the amount of outstanding shares, thus forcing him to become a 10% owner. And he was like, I don't want to be a 10% owner. So he sold. And that's how we got where we are. So under the pedantic nature of the rule, Ryan Cohen would not be considered a violator of the short swing rule based on the way the law is written. So that's what he was arguing in those posts. Seems pretty straightforward to me. Javier Martinez. All right, we don't have the fight yet going on for the calendar like we did last year. We had quite the fight going for the calendar last year. Let's see who will get what. Oh, you know what? I forgot there's another calendar. There's a second calendar because you viewers, 2 of you sent me the exact same calendar. So I have one to give away, which is Nature's Dongs, the 2024 calendar of nature's penises. So you can see all the glorious dongs that are possible. You guys all think alike and think of me the exact same way. And within 2 days, from 2 of you at the same calendar. So I have one to give away because I'm keeping one of them because obviously nature's dongs. So there you go. So I've got 5 giveaways. I forgot we have 5 giveaways to do. So we're at $486 towards our $1,000 goal. So 48.6% of the way there. Not too shabby. BW Brand. Did not expect the stream. Really been out of the loop the past week. That's okay. I've been sort of out of the loop the past week as well. I watched a lot of Star Trek while I coughed my lungs up. And that's basically how I spent my holiday season. Avocados, by the way, me too. Wasn't sure I'd make it. Thanks for modding. Oh yeah, here we go. Jason Blackwell. Houston. I was at a local park and saw a horny toad. I knew it was one because the frogs went a ribbit, ribbit, and the horny toad said rub it, rub it. Oh my God. It's so bad. Whew. Just for that, Jason, you have to donate to Charity Tuesday. First name, last name, Houston. Have you been to Vegas? I have. If so, what are your favorite places to see, things to do, food, etc.? Thanks. Hope you're feeling better. Have a great show. I always forget what I want to ask when I get here. I've been to Vegas. I was in Vegas November of last year for my friend's bachelorette party, and all we did was eat. We went on food tours and ate, and then I got so very, I couldn't button my pants type full. Did a food tour, went to like 6 Michelin rated restaurants and ate so much. Oh my gosh. Like, hey, you're at a Mexican restaurant. Here's giant enchiladas. Okay, now we're going to steakhouse. Have like 5 steaks. Okay, now we're going to go to this tapas place, and you got 11 tapas you have to eat. And now we're going to go to this sushi place, and you did 25 rolls. It was like, holy shit. Just absolutely just, my belly was dying. And we got done. And then we went to the bars and the casinos and did those things. And it's like 1 a.m. and we're going back to the hotel room. And I'm like, I need Tums. I've had so much food. There's no way I can lay down and not like fiery burp all night long. It's not going to happen. And I'm sharing a room with 3 ladies. One of them's the bride-to-be. And then 2 married ladies. I'm sharing a bed with a married lady. And I'm just not going to be the burpee machine all night long and just sleep horribly while it's like sharing a bed with someone. And so I'll be back. So I leave the hotel room and I go downstairs. We're at the Caesars. I go downstairs and you guys have heard this story before. And the little shop in Caesars is closed. I cannot get Tums because the little shop that has like toothpaste and stuff, it's closed. 1 a.m, it's closed, which is weird because when you need that stuff, you need it now. So, okay, probably go on the phone. Where is a pharmacy? There's a CVS that's like a block and a half away on the other side of the street. And if you've been to Vegas, the blocks are huge. So I leave. You have to go over a bridge and then like over another bridge and then, walk to the CVS. And it's a long walk because the blocks are huge. And I get over one bridge and over another bridge. And you get these like escalators and stuff that go over. Get the CVS. Get the Tums. I noticed there's a one of those like cardboard boxes of M&Ms, of peanut M&Ms. I'm like, I'm going to get that cardboard box of peanut M&Ms because one of the ladies ate one out of the little bar thing. And then it was like $30. So I'm like, hey, I'll spend $1, get these M&Ms, and I will carry them back and replace what she ate. So on my way back, and I get to like the first escalator to get up and over the road, and the escalator's broken, so you can use the stairs. Like, whatever. So I'm climbing up the stairs, and this gorgeous woman wearing almost nothing is walking down the stairs. And I'm like, oh, it's a prostitute. Don't make eye contact. And she's like, hey, sugar, or whatever. I look up, and she like grabs my arm and starts walking up the stairs with me. She's like, we're going back to your room. I'm having a great night. And I'm like, no, we're not going to go have a great night. She's like, oh, come on. I'm a lot of fun. Ooh, we're going to have a good time. Ooh, let's do this. I'm like, it's very kind, but it's not going to happen tonight. And she's like, come on, sugar. Let's just have ourselves a little good time. I'm like, lady, I've got peanut M&Ms in one hand and a bottle of Tums in the other. Sexy time's not happening tonight. And she goes, feel better, baby. And like gives me a little pat and keeps walking the other way. Anywho, that's Las Vegas for you. The thing that blew my mind from previous Vegas visits to this most recent Vegas visit was in the past, you'd have like Mexican dudes up and down the strip passing out flyers for strip clubs and prostitutes. Like, hey, call Sheila. She'll come to your room, whatever. And they're just like handing out these little flyers with, ladies' butts and stuff on them. And like, okay, that's cool. Do your thing. But now the prostitutes are everywhere. Just everywhere. But they're not prostitutes. They're dressed up as Vegas like chorus girls. So they have like the fancy weird hats and the big wings and the like sparkly things. And these ladies aren't chorus girls because they're like all 5'3", and chorus girls are like 6 feet tall. So they're obviously not chorus girls. But they walk around in pairs. And then for $5 you get your picture taken with the chorus girls, and for something more than $5 they will come back and do a chorus line in your room for you. All right, fine, Orange Cat, I'll let you out. Yeah, you made mistakes, didn't you, Orange Cat? Get out of here. And so just seeing like the sheer number of thonged butts walking around was, I did not expect it, because it had been a long time since I had spent any time in Vegas. While we were there, did the Mob Museum, which was pretty cool, and the Neon Museum, which is also pretty cool. I didn't do any shows. We were only there for a couple of days. I ate a lot. I ate everywhere. And there's a lot of really good restaurants in Vegas because a lot of big name chefs open up shops because they get paid by the hotels. Like, hey, Gordon Ramsay, you want to open up a restaurant? And he's like, okay, pay me money. And they're like, here's a bunch of money, open up a restaurant. So there's a lot of those. Yeah, I mean, I like people watching. That's my favorite thing to do in Vegas. Like, go to one of the casinos, sit down in one of the busy pedestrian paths and just watch America waddle by. That to me is like one of my favorite things to do. And, people like going by in their jazzy scooter with like the air hose connected to their nose and they're chain smoking, like just a rolling bomb going through the, one of the biggest hotels around. That stuff's fun. That's, I don't know. I've never gone to Vegas with like flush enough where I could go to like all the shows, go to Cirque du Soleil and things. So I've never done those things. I would love to go someday and do that stuff, but another anonymous. Boom. We also have Don Sees Your Shadem. Don Sees Your Shadem. Another anonymous. Oh, big anonymous. Jacob Buss. Jacob Buss. Boos. Boom. 572. We went over our limit. Or we're over halfway there. We're 57.2% of the way to our goal. Okay. Scott Pollan. Markets foaming at the mouth right now. Wild to see, experience this firsthand. Yeah, things are, I think, about to get really weird in the markets. We have Canada is now like they're about to have their real estate collapse. The adjustable rate mortgages are all going to start resetting in January to much higher interest rates people have been paying. We've seen homes being sold at incredible losses so far in big markets like Toronto and Vancouver. We're talking townhomes selling for $500,000 losses. We still have to have a comeuppance for commercial real estate. The things that Europe has been doing to hold back inflation, which Europe's had much worse inflation than here in the U.S. U.S. is actually inflation-wise is cherry compared to the rest of the world. But Germany is about to have huge inflation problems, which may make their cars too expensive to purchase, which may doom the entire German auto market. I'm not sure how they will bail them all out without causing even more inflation. And import exports around the globe are going to be just weird. Japan is heading towards stagflation because they keep printing to like stave off like facing the consequences of all the printing they've done. The U.S. may screw up and cut interest rates before they should be because they're seeing inflation at 3.7%. And they're like, yeah, we're good. And we're not. 3.7 is not the target goal. Target goal is under 2%. And we're not there yet. So don't cut interest rates, you morons. Else we'll get stagflation again. We have to experience the pain first before we can cut interest rates, because otherwise we're gonna be left where we were during COVID. Like, they should have raised interest rates in 2017, 2018, 2019, but Trump wanted to keep the good times going, so he didn't. He cut rates, and the rates were just freaking at the bottom. And then when COVID hit, and we mismanaged the pandemic, and we'd shut everything down, our only tool, we couldn't cut interest rates to like boost the economy through it, because we already cut interest rates pretty much as far as they could go. So we had to print money like crazy. So we had really low interest rates, and we're printing money like crazy, which led to the inflation boom that we saw. And you want to be able to have both tools, because if you can cut interest rates, then you don't have to print as much money, and you can not get hammered with inflationary results. So yeah, we're gonna have to keep raising. I think we should raise another quarter at least, just to tell Wall Street to go fuck themselves, and to stop trying to think that things are going to get better, because they're not. They're just not in the get better realm. We are in the things are still touch and go. So be cautious, you weirdos. Brian Atkins. Brian Adkins. Michael Ahero. Michael Ahero. And I, not your friend. Notch. Oh, Fran. Okay. 617 of 1,000. 61.7% on the way to our $1,000 goal. Woo! I forgot how many Charity Tuesdays I kept. What were we, like 34 Charity Tuesdays that we've met our $1,000 goal or more. So we're on our way. We've got $383 to go, and we meet our $1,000 goal for this Charity Tuesday. And we're only 33 minutes in. So good job, everybody. Maybe it'll save Houston's voice. We'll try. Scott Palm will be on Bloomberg tomorrow AM, PM in the Middle East. Oh, Scott Palm's going to be on Bloomberg television? Right on. So, fantastic. Ludicrous Speed, no labs getting wrecked lately. Do you think it's dilution, shorting, or combination? They aren't diluting right now. I think it's shorting. I think there was a build up to their earnings, and then they just hammered it back down again. You may get build up towards earnings each quarter until they announce their filing for their FDA approval. But yeah, so they had gone up to like 83 cents or something right before earnings. Let's see here. They're at 44. Yeah, they got hammered hard. So they'd gotten all the way up to 90 cents on December 14th. So last week. And then they're now less than half of where they were on December 14th. So yeah, they're getting hit really hard. But it'll probably build right back up right when they're ready to announce their fourth quarter results, and then they'll hammer them right back down again. That'll happen until, I think their timeline is sometime in quarter three, late quarter three. They want to have their FDA approval filed, or the application for FDA approval filed, and they're coming out with their second gen device, and you have to use your whatever generation device you're going to use. You're going to first sell is what you have to get submit to get approval. So they're coming with a second gen device, and they'll probably do human trials with that. Dial in the results as best they can, and then they'll file. Lise Sasa. No Labs announced $18 million mixed shelf offering. What does that mean? Maybe they are diluting. It means they're raising money. Mixed shelf offering, I'm not sure exactly. I think that means they may have people they're direct selling to, and they're doing some at the market. think that's what it means, but let's double check. Shelf offering allows company to register securities SEC, but then delay putting them on the market. Okay, so okay, shelf offering, mixed shelf offering. Mixed shelf offering takes the concept of shelf offering to the next level by allowing companies to register and issue various types of securities within a single offering. Instead of registering each security separately, a mixed shelf offering combines multiple types of securities into a unified offering, streamlining the fundraising process and reducing administrative burdens. The securities can be included in the mixed shelf offering encompass a range of financial instruments such as common stock, preferred stock, debt securities, warrants, and other derivatives. By offering this mix of securities, companies can tailor their fundraising strategy to suit specific market conditions and investor preferences. For example, a company might issue common stock to raise equity capital while simultaneously offering debt securities to manage its overall capital structure. So that's what they're doing. They're raising $18 million and they're doing it in multiple ways, and they don't have to do it now because a shelf offering means, hey, we're going to create these shares and we're going to sell them at some point over the next X number of years, so they can kind of do it at their pleasure. Avocados. So from Saturday 4 p.m. straight through Sunday 4 a.m., we drove a 160-mile round trip to an emergency animal hospital, only to have to go to a different one in the opposite direction, 240 miles round trip, go home, then back the next day to pick up said critter, so another 240 miles. So I'm a bit waxed, and donation will be late. My heart is full. Sunbeam, love all you nerds. That's okay. Full on Sunbeam mode. Okay. For St. Jude's and all of you. Yeah, that's okay. It's Christmas. Donate what you can, if you can. And we get ourselves rocking and rolling. So we're at $761. Whoa, what just happened? Leo Loby. Not Leo B. There's Loby. 12400. Nice. And Justin G. Where are you? There. Okay. So we're at $761, 76.1%, $239 to go to meet our goal. And then we're going to go past our goal, right, Monkey? Because that's the real goal, to go past our goal. And you're still staring at me as if you're going to get something. Quit staring at me. Quit staring at me, you little dog. Okay. Yogi Houston, do you pay attention to pit stocks? Tilray. Oh, pot stocks. Looks like it's going to run. Seems like a safe bet with upcoming catalysts and possible short squeeze. Tilray is short squeezing a few times now. It's usually pretty modest. Goes up to a few bucks. But I beyond that, I don't really pay attention to pot stocks. So it's at 229 right now. Let's see here. It's been as high in 2021. It shot up to $30. It was one of those ones that shot up the week after everything squoze, and it had another pop to 12, another pop to almost 9, a recent pop to $5, and then kind of sitting back there. I'm not sure if they did reverse splits or anything, but its high was in 2019. It was $96 as overall high. So about 5 years ago. But yeah, it had dropped down to $5 in September 2020 before shooting up to 30 with the baby squeeze. So, Monkey, quit over here. Quit staring at me and whining. Over here. Come on. Up. Come on. Okay. Fine. Too scared of the cat, you weenie? There's a little head staring at me. Look at that dumb little dog. All right. But it could rock it again. It's part of that basket, obviously, because it went with everything else. Derek Horse, thumbs up and say hi to the chat lurkers. I'm writing this in the past for the present and the hopes for the future. Excuse me. Derek Horse, thumbs up. Oh, there. Scott Pollen. A shark business, 4:30 p.m. Dubai time. All right. Way to go. Bex, hope you had a great birthday yesterday, Houston. Happy belated stay awesome. Every day's my birthday, apparently. Oh my goodness. I think we just did it. Where are we? Fur Garcia. Boom. Wrong conclusion with the big one. Wrong conclusion. Bam. In Cali Bowl, I got to hang out with Cali Bowl down in Miami, and he took me to some fantastic restaurants. I do think that the Ceviche 305, the Peruvian seafood place, may be one of my favorite meals I've ever had in my entire life. That was so delicious. Oh my gosh. Thank you. And where are we? We're at $1,071 raised. We're now what? 0.7% above our goal? Or sorry, 7% above. 0.7% above our goal. Yeah. Rock and roll. Way to go, guys. You're awesome. Cool. Yay! We did our goal. We're at 42 minutes in. Now it becomes a battle of who's going to get the most entries to get the most goodies. Because it is a raffle for multiple things, should I limit one winner per gift, or should I allow the names to remain in the raffle so they can win multiple things? That is something I've not thought about. I'll let you guys decide. If someone wins something, are they out for the rest of the drawings, or they should be allowed to be back in the raffle again? What do you guys think? That Robert Hurt gets in there, then fantastic, Robert. Robert Hurt. Boom. Nice. 17% above our goal. Not too shabby. Hayes Productions. Why does finance news like Berg lol at REITs and treat the commercial real estate exposure as a boogeyman that is a children's story, but push Santa Claus rally BS? It's just cruel. Because real estate investment trusts are a boogeyman at the moment. 1 in 5 commercial spaces are empty. Another 1 in 5 have not received rent in a year. So that means 40% of all commercial spaces across the entire United States is not earning any income for people. The price of commercial real estate is plummeting, which means these real estate investment trusts are underwater on a lot of buildings they purchased. And it's cheaper for them to just be like, you know what, we're going to walk away. Because why own a building that you're paying $1 billion for if it's worth $250 million? You're going to lose $700 million on that. So when your bond comes due, you're going to be like, I'm not going to pay $1 billion for that. Yeah, just take it, bank. And the bank's like, please no, please don't. So we're hurting that way. Now, on the residential side, I think the big comeuppance in the U.S. is going to be with Airbnb, speculative buying in Airbnbs, and these private equity dudes who have purchased something like 45% of all homes purchased in the last couple of years have been from private equity, cash purchases from private equity. And that was all speculative. It was all at the peak of the market. It was the worst time to buy anything. And they don't want to become property managers. Becoming a property manager of 1 million pieces of property spread out across the country is a really, really terrible business plan, because now you're going to have to subcontract for property management companies to manage these things for you, and you aren't going to be able to guarantee they're going to do a good job. On top of that, you have the Airbnb exposure. A lot of people buying homes in speculation, thinking they're going to get $6,000 a month for their Airbnb rentals, and discovering they're getting $1,000 a month. And their mortgage might be $4,500. So now they're losing $3,500 a month on savings. So you're seeing a lot of Airbnbs go from short-term rental becoming long-term rentals, where the owners are hoping to cover their mortgage on that. So they're not making any profit off of these homes. Maybe they're getting equity, and that's about it. And they're flooding the market now with long-term leases, which is now depressing the value of long-term leases in a lot of these touristy areas. And as a result, the homeowners who bought speculatively are like, oh, shit. Okay, what we got to do now is we have to sell this place. Hopefully we can sell it and not lose any money, but no one's buying homes right now because you're going to have an 8.5% mortgage. So the price that people can afford to buy homes at are half of what it was 2 years ago. And what are you doing over there? Hiccuping? Weird dog. So then those sales are probably become short sales very soon. And if the short sales don't get approved, they're going to start becoming foreclosures. And we know that we've got individuals who have little real estate empires where they'll have like 30 Airbnbs. And, one person now underwater on 30 different mortgages, they are toast. Absolutely going to get obliterated. So yeah, the real estate investment trusts they're meh. But the Santa Rally is all about, okay, people are going to go buy Christmas gifts, and it's when most retail places make their profit for the year. And that, it happens every year, whether buying online or in person. But it's a separate animal from the danger of the real estate investment trust right now. And Chris Taylor got in there. Chris Taylor. Boom. $1,221 now. Fantastic. Yes. Okay. Chad Clifford, Houston, what's up? You want to lay down your thoughts on the value of owning GME long term? Do you still see it as the big kahuna? As far as if and when the MOAS happens, yes. It's going to be the big getter out of all of them. They have not made the mistakes that like AMC has made. When they diluted at the absolute peak of the stock. They did it slowly, so it didn't affect the price that much, if at all. And they used it to pay off all of their debt, and stockpile a $1.5 billion war chest. AMC on the other side dumped shares to hedge funds at a discount all at once, completely eviscerated demand, causing squeeze prices to not go as high as they should have, and then screwed up the ape shares and everything else. Like, they could have easily made bajillions off the ape shares. If their plan all along was like, hey, we're going to dilute the stock, screw T90, we're going to sell shares, and we're going to pay off our debt, then they should have done so the moment they released the ape shares, because the ape shares were $10. And they could have sold, 500 million of those suckers, paid off $5 billion of their debt, run a profit from this point forward, and then they could do the reverse split crap, whatever they wanted. But they'd have money in the bank and they would have a profit. So who cares, right? Instead, they waited until the stock price was like 60 cents. Then they sold it at a discount. And then they did the reverse split thing, but they screwed that up because they sold too many to a short hedge fund. And they got screwed, got delayed by 10 months. And then when they finally did it, the stock price had been hammered into the ground. And so now all those shares are like 1% of the value of what they used to be. And then they keep diluting from that point forward at already bottomed out stock price. And they're paying off like $10 million here, $30 million there. And that's not how you get rid of that debt. You get rid of that debt by selling a huge amount of shares, paying off the debt, and then, everything else be damned. So they still have like $5 billion in debt, and now their stock price isn't worth anything. And they got to dilute more. So, which means they're probably going to do another reverse split. And they're going to get stuck in that stupid reverse split cycle that like Mullen and other dead companies get into. Will you stop staring at me if I give you a stinky beef? All right. Stinky beef. Stinky beef. Whew. Ooh, it's stinky. Get up here. Come on. Get up here. Yeah, you want that stinky beef? You want it? Gotta get it. Gotta reach for it. Come on, get it. Get it. Come on, monkey. Come on. Get that stinky beef. Get that stinky beef. Come on, it's right there. It's right there. How come you can't get it? Come on. Come on, get that stinky beef. Come on. There you go. Okay. DJ, I love waffles. Oh, I love waffles too. See, oh my God, nub, sick calendar. It is. Danny Bachelor. I was walking home last night and saw a slice of pie, a slice of cake, and a cup of Jell-O. I thought the street was awfully deserted. All right. That was terrible. DJ, your misuse has been a while. It has. It was. I did Miami thing. I didn't really have a chance to do a show in Miami, and then got back and immediately got sick. So I had 2 short shows last week. Didn't really make up for much. Hopefully I'm going to make it another hour here. I got my water. I'm full of my, drugs. And it's for charity, so let's get it. Guts for the long term, Cherry Taco Tuesday. Thanks for being live, Houston. I'm excited for the countdown, no matter what it is counting down to. Exactly. Something's going to happen, right? Oh, crap. Just reset. Chat reset. Where are we going? Where are we going? Beyond that. Up there. There we go. Okay. There's the Guts for the long term one. Dog Mom Houston, will Vanguard send me a tax form showing my massive loss on AMC so I can take the deduction on my tax return? Only if you sold your AMC. If you have not sold your AMC, then you won't be able to declare your losses on that. So if you're still holding out for the long term on that one, then don't have realized losses. You're gonna have to sell before the first if you want to realize your losses, and do your little what they call it, monkey, when they. It's not a shave, not a haircut. It's a poaching. No, what's the term for it? My brain is so full of life innocent, it's not coming up with anything right now. But yeah, I mean, if you sell now and you want to get back in, you just wait 30 days and you get back in, and you can harvest your tax loss. That's what I'm talking about. You can harvest your tax loss, and you won't get penalized if you wait more than 30 days to buy back in. My guess is that the price will keep getting hammered down because they've completely caved to the short hedge funds and are destroying that company as best they can. Anxiety Lord, I used to have a t-shirt that read, God's gift to crippled child is a Shriner. Okay. And yes, if you are a member of the Shriners, get them on YouTube and we can do a charity for them. Because that's what my goal is, to do Shriners today, and they're not listed. So, by all means. So instead we're raising money for St. Jude. Peach Sunday. Everyone is underwater, and yet the market indexes are all-time highs. What is going on, Houston? I don't even have crumbs, only dust here. Yeah. So one of the things that's happening is the bank, the BTHF, or whatever the thing's called, the bank transfer fund, blah, 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 is that you can borrow money from the Fed at like 3%, and then you can put all that money into the reverse repo at over 5%, and you can make profits. So I don't know if people are actually getting the money at the moment. There are a lot of banks who are hurting for cash because deposits are way down. We'll see where it goes. I think a lot of the stock prices we see are the direct result of stock buybacks, and those stock buybacks can only last for so long. Because if you're spending money on stock buybacks and not on research and development, expanding your stores and warehouses and logistics networks and branding and doing maintenance and upkeep on equipment and upgrades and stuff, then you're gonna hurt in the near term. I think stock buybacks should be taxed so heavily. But Biden produced like a 1% tax on stock buybacks. I think it should be significantly higher. And that, give people as dividends or use it to expand your business into other fields, something. But stock buybacks for too long have been used as a weapon for executives to get huge bonuses because they meet stock price targets that do not reflect the actual value of the company. They're just spending company dollars bolstering the stock price. And I think that's a lot of what we see in the market. Plus, we've got the Magnificent 7 tech stocks that dominate the NASDAQ 1000 and the S&P. And despite the performance of anything else, those things are still going to rocket because they're so heavily weighted. Those indexes are so heavily weighted towards them. It's going to be meh. Muley McWallet, Houston, since you're in China, forget if I ever got to look at the Bohai Gulf in China. Looks like Goofy being punched in the stomach. Bohai Gulf. Okay. Come on. Bohai. Oops. Gulf. Bohai Sea. Looks like Goofy. Oh, it does look like Goofy being punched in the stomach. So that's Goofy's little hat, his nose, mouth being open, and being like throat punched or something. And it's being punched so hard, he's got a little hunchback forming. I get it. I'm picking up what you're laying down. Yeah, I never really looked at it that way. I agree. I agree with your labeling on that one. Ooh, I got a couple more donations. Stephen Lewis. Thank you, Stephen Lewis. Stefan. Louis. And we've got another anonymous. Another anonymous in there. Anonymous. Okay. And while raising more money for St. Jude's, remember, you can get in here. We've met our goal, but by all means, we can blow past our goal, head towards records. I don't get the feeling we're headed towards a record today, unless somebody starts throwing down thousands of dollars. We've got about $7,000 to go to meet our record, so that's okay if we don't hit it today. We have to wait for MOAS to set a new record. I'm okay with setting records on MOAS, but we did it. We're at $1,251 towards our $1,000 goal. So there we go. Oh, Artemis, you want your donation to be recorded? We can do that. Artemis, $10. Artemis, 10. There we go. Gotcha. All right. Coffee Donuts and Homer. Fidelity sent me a message asking me to loan out my GME shares. I said GME was in short supply, and let's get this. I have not gotten that. Interesting. Very interesting. Jika Shukla, Houston. Even on Charity Tuesdays, you should keep super chats open so we can thank you. I don't know how to do that. I think if you turn on a charity show that just closes super chats. I don't know how to do them otherwise. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. So that's okay. We can send it all to charity. I'm cool with that. That's what Charity Tuesday is for. Coffee Donuts and Homer, they were going to pay me $80 a month for the loan of GME shares. How many shares would it be that you're loaning? Like, you may as well just do covered calls and probably make more money off of those. Because you have 100 shares, you can do a covered call and make probably $200 a week off of that if you sell them right. Yeah. Dave Wright just sent you a couple Blue Sky codes. Fantastic. We're gonna have plenty of codes so far. Last year Tuesday I had 2 full sheets of donors. I'm at 1 1/3 of a sheet full of. I'm 2/3 of the way through a sheet. That's the number I'm looking for. Belgian Whale, since everybody gets codes, here you go. B Sky. Oh, Belgian Whale gave out Blue Sky code in the chat. Nice. Ixo Tucker Roxy. Hello. Confidence Homer, anything new on Rose's lawsuit? Not that I've seen. She probably won't hear back. I think around now is when she should start hearing from the reply from FINRA. And then after that, it's probably 3 months till she'll hear anything from the appeals court. So it may take some time. Appeals are a really long process. Copy and paste, almost 3 years since the GME fiasco and no MOAS. Oh yeah, they've been doing it that way. They've been trying to draw it out as long as possible because the minute MOAS happens, they're toast, right? So you want to make sure it doesn't happen. But if the bottom falls out of the market, they lose any ability to fight this stuff anymore. Confidence Homer. FTNT took out loans and used money to buy investments, making money on the play, $3 billion in the bank to pay the loans off if needed. FTNT. FTNT. Come on. FTNT. The good stuff just fell. You can't have that. You stay up there, you stinky little beef strip. All right. Fortinet Incorporated, their stock price has shot up to $60 from $59. Where are they at? They were at $77 back in July. Had a big fall down to $60 or so. Then another fall down to $50, and they're climbing right back up again. So their peak was $80 back in June. And they got $3 billion in the bank. So they're doing themselves a little holding company action as well. That might be what a lot of companies start doing, especially when the market collapses. Anyone who has cash on hand can scoop up a whole bunch of shares of things. Cameron Mirza, Ethiopia officially declared in default after missing a $33 million coupon payment on its Eurobond. Payment was due December 11th. I wonder what's going to happen to Ethiopia. There's a whole bunch of companies that are about to default on loans they took out from China for infrastructure. I have no idea what the Eurobond is for that they did, but it's going to start happening. The thing is that nations like Ethiopia can't do austerity because they don't have any social programs to begin with. So what are you going to cut? Nothing. So my guess is they will then do IMF and World Bank loans to stabilize their currency, and there will be all sorts of caveats for whatever precious resources Ethiopia has to offer. I know they got lots of opal, but I'm not sure how many uses of opal there is outside of the jewelry business. What does a landlocked country like Ethiopia do after this? Eagles Jashan. How do you feel about GameStop becoming a hedge fund? Do you think it's going to play out like the VW squeeze? They're not going to become a hedge fund. They're going to become a holdings company like Berkshire Hathaway. That's the way I think that they're going to play this. They're going to use the $1 billion they have. They're going to buy up probably dividend stock that pays them a pretty decent yield, and they'll be able to add the money they make off of those investments every year to their total income for the business, and it will pad the numbers. So my guess is that GameStop will become an asset of GME, which will be a parent corporation, and they'll have others under that umbrella as a result. Thoughts of Shim, sorry, can't hang. Still with my family in New York. Happy New Year's, y'all. Pronto, are all the mountains formed as a result of volcanic eruptions in the past? No. We can look at the planet for this. Boom. I'm going to turn off that thing. Okay. So we've got mountains that do form from volcanic action, such as island arc volcanoes. So we've got one plate hit another plate, subduction zone happening. The plate dives underneath, gets heated up, and creates mountain ranges like you see here in Japan. Also happens all along the Pacific Rim. Come on, just quit zooming in. Another island arc chain is the Aleutian. We got the Kamchatka Peninsula. We've got a continental arc. So these are all volcanoes here. The whole Cascades are volcanoes that are formed by one continent slamming into the other and then subducting. Same thing happens down here in Central America and in South America. All these are volcano arches formed by mountains. But you can get mountains that are formed by collisions, such as the largest mountain range in the world, the Himalayas. These things go up to, almost 30,000 feet. And this is one continent getting slammed into by the Indian subcontinent. And when they collide, they create a huge mountain range. So the Himalayas were formed that way. The Rocky Mountains are likely formed that way. So the Rockies that come all through from Canada, down through Idaho, Wyoming, Utah, Colorado. These mountain ranges are likely a seam of where two continents collide together and stuck. And then you got the ancient mountain ranges of the Appalachians were formed that way from collisions. But they've since spread out. So the Atlas Mountains, whatever these mountains are called in Norway, the Scottish Highlands, they were all smashed together at one time, made a mountain range about as big as the Himalayas, and then a spreading ridge formed and they ripped apart. So they've eroded down since then. And you also have like coastal ranges. So the coastal range down here in California, these mountains were all formed by wrinkles of the faults. So as one fault slips, they kind of wrinkle and budge and they make little mountain ranges. And then you've got like the coastal range in Oregon and the Olympic Mountains in Washington. These were formed by the continent sort of acting like a squeegee. You squeegee the window, right, and it scrapes everything off. Well, as the plate dives underneath, it scrapes off all these little sea mounts. So you can see these little tiny mountains out here in the ocean. As it dives underneath where this trench is, it scrapes all that stuff off and then makes little mountain ranges out of what it scraped off. So that's how the Olympic Mountains formed. So you can get different ways of forming those mountains. So they form either via collision zones or from volcanoes. That's largely the two ways you get mountain ranges. You can also get mountain ranges via just general uplift. So like, or through spreading zones. So like the mountain ranges here in Nevada, we talked about this before. You get mountain range and then a deep valley, then a mountain range and a deep valley, and a mountain range and a deep valley. You get these dry lake beds between all these mountain ranges here. These ones formed because the continents spread out. And as it did so, it spread out and a whole block went ka-kunk. And between the two blocks, you get a valley, and then you get mountain ranges on either side. So if you go down these mountain ranges, you can see how one side is really steep, like steep cliffs. The other side is kind of gradual. This is because the way the block formed, you have one side's was the surface, and then you have the exposed layers underneath on the other side that make the cliff. So if you come down to these mountain ranges, you can look at the rock layers and you'll see the strata along these cliff lines, and you won't see the same strata on the other side of the block that's like fallen down, because this was the flat ground before everything started spreading. So the mountain ranges in Utah pretty much formed that way. Nevada and chunk of Utah formed that way. And then you've got the Rocky Mountains through Utah that are associated with the Rockies in Wyoming and Colorado in New Mexico. So there you go. There's different ways mountain ranges form. Ta-da! Confidence and Homer. I love the idea of GME becoming Berkshire Hathaway. Heck yeah. And imagine GME becoming a Berkshire Hathaway and then like not paying taxes on any of that stuff for years because they absorb through a credit bid, maybe a Bed Bath & Beyond. Maybe something like that. Peter Vigna, when is AMC going to run or going to squeeze? Below that, Confidence Homer says Adam won't let it run. True. Anytime the price starts to get up a little high, Adam will dilute just enough to push it right back down again. Yeah. Belgian well, interest rates in Belgium are dropping. No me gusta. Not good. They should not be dropping yet. And he says a Belgian politician got caught being a Russian spy for 3 to 4 years. Yeah. Peter Vigna, is silver going to squeeze at least? Probably when the market drops. Silver and gold, they are what people run to when the market collapses. And I think you'll see the price fly on those when that happens. Confidence in Homer, we've been talking about market implosion for 3 years. I don't think the 1% will let it implode. They're going to try their darndest, but there becomes a time when it gets out of their control, right? You can look all through history. The 1% tries their best to keep the market from imploding, and eventually it does. It gets out of their control. They get over leveraged, and then there's nothing they can do about it. So, meh. Are you holding Solana? No. I'm not holding any crypto coins of note. A Belgian whale. Another one had to quit because he was drunk and talked racist about Romas. Well, that happens a lot in Europe. And another one was videotaped pissing against a police car. It was his authority. We're doing fine here in Belgium. Excellent. Fantastic. Okay. Brussels waffles with banana Nutella. I try to avoid Nutella, though. Nutella is like, I don't know, it's a pinch too sweet for me. And that much palm oil gives me the heebie-jeebies. I feel like I'm just like eating orangutans at that point. So I've been avoiding the Nutella. Confidence in Homer, finger options for 119 are cheap, both puts and calls. Well, they haven't had a real run the last 2 cycles. So I don't know if the run might be over for now on finger. I don't know. Anyone have anything different on that? I'm not too deep into it. So, Confidence in Homer, is your stalker on Blue Sky yet? No. Not as far as I know. He still tweets about me thousands of times a week over on Twitter. By fall of 2022, he had tweeted about me 38,000 times, I think is what my friend counted. That's a lot to tweet about one guy who really wants nothing to do with you. It's a lot of time to spend tweeting about somebody. But, you know, I'm his light. I'm his reason for being. I'm the entire reason he didn't die during COVID. Is because if he died during COVID, he wouldn't be able to tweet about me and think about me and masturbate about me. So that's okay. We're raising money for charity, and he's raising his pole thinking about me. Confidence in Homer. Politicians buy the pot stocks, just a matter of time. Yeah, the politicians are going to deschedule marijuana, and they're going to make it so that these pot companies can utilize banks and then profit. Julius Miami, late arrivals coming in. Kelly Bolas with Julius doing something, so it's his fault. Kelly Reed, happy 399th birthday, buddy. Why do you speculate will happen once the recession, or what do you speculate will happen once the recession market crashes? Meme stocks rise? I think so. I think the blue chips are used as a counterweight for the short plays, right? They're the collateral they use for their margin for making these short plays. And so if that collateral shrinks because the value drops, then the ratio of obligation to collateral explodes, which can lead to margin calls. And margin calls means they got to come with liquidity. We're currently in a liquidity crunch, so good luck finding money. And if you can't find the money, then you're going to get liquidated. If you get liquidated, then it's going to be a contagion that spreads to others who may have been on the borderline, right? Like, oh, now the stock price has squoze, your assets are worth less, and now everyone else is getting margin called. And then it'll just be a chain reaction from that point forward. I think that's where we're sitting. We're sitting in that realm of that bubble. Like if the market drops, which every indicator shows just how overvalued everything is in the market and that it should drop and correct. So that's all you can do. Oh, crud. Just reset again. Dang it. Okay, that was the Solana question. No. Okay. Finger calls question. That was Kelly Rico. Okay, there we are. I found us. Confidence Homer. The banks will just extend the mortgage for 100 years. Banks don't want the property either. They do not. Right? And maybe they'll make those commercial real estate bonds to be like, okay, it was a 3-year term on this bond, but really it's going to be a 100-year term on this bond. That's going to cause liquidity problems as well, because if it's a 100-year realization for those bonds, right, you're not going to get that bulk of the money for those bonds, then who's going to want to invest in a 100-year bond, right? Like, I'm 60 years old. I'm going to buy a 100-year bond, which means I'm going to be dead for 70 years before this bond is going to mature and someone can realize the profit off of it. I think that's a big problem with it, is that people are like, my lifespan isn't long enough to realize the maturity on this bond. Therefore, I'm not going to invest in it. The banks are like, hey, we'll get $100 billion 100 years from now when that's worth like $1.17 in today's money. And we'll just be cool with it because we don't want to deal with all the foreclosures we're going to have to happen. It's going to make for its own problems, I think. Red Lightsaber, I really want to respond happy holidays to anyone who says Merry Christmas with an attitude, not because I have anything against Christmas, but because I want to see these snowflakes melt. Just sing Bing Crosby happy holidays to him. Like, Bing was woke in 1946. Confidence Homer, watching Scott talk about 1% on the Gist was eye-opening for me. Sincere 206, Houston. Are No Lab share hard for you to buy? I put in an order for 6,400 shares, only 400 were purchased. I've not tried to buy any of late, so I don't know. Have others purchased recently? I assume those who wanted to sell sold when it hit 90 cents, and they're probably going to be buying back in as it drops to 40 or below. I don't know. I just sit on mine. I think my average is like 70 cents for my No Lab, somewhere around there. Maybe I'll buy some more if prices drop really low, pick up some more. But it's for me, it's a long hold. Just hold it and let it do its thing. Ben Alilo, happy holidays. Your thoughts with MMTLP speculating outcomes for people who have transferred shares to AST as opposed to people who decide to keep their shares in their broker, and pros and cons. Well, the S1 filed by NextBridge says if you want to get the Newco shares, you have to direct register them. Or you have to have proof that you tried to direct register with your broker and they wouldn't let you do it. That's what it says. If you make no effort to direct register, you won't get the Newco shares. The Newco shares they're making a subsidiary. The subsidiary is going to be responsible for doing the drilling operations and the oil shipments and stuff. So they're going to have like 10% of ownership of the oil fields that we currently own as NextBridge. So they're basically going to have a services company and the overall owner of the oil fields. Now, I don't know what that means as far as if you have your shares in your brokerage, you never bothered to try and transfer. It means you won't be getting them, is what it sounds like. But I don't know how big a deal that is. I honestly can't think of what that means. Now, the interesting thing is that their third amended S1, what they did is they took out the information saying they were not looking at mergers or to be acquired by anybody. Took that language out, which tells me that they're probably in negotiations with, Chevron, Gulf, Phillips 66, Occidental Petroleum, someone looking to buy more oil fields. And now that they're actually connected to a pipeline, so they can start pumping oil to refineries, that's going to make them much more desirable as an acquisition for a larger oil company. So we've seen recently these oil fields that are developed selling for about $30 billion per billion barrels of oil. And we've got 3.5 to over 4 billion barrels in reserves. I think 2018 is when they had 3.5 billion barrels, and they've done drilling since then, proving more reserves. So my guess is it's over 4 billion, which puts it at about $120 billion to purchase the oil fields, which comes out to about $500 a share per share if they do that with current share numbers. So what that means as far as what the value of the Nuco shares are, I don't know. But I registered mine because I was told to, and that's what I did. So, yeah. Belgian Whale George is attacking the MMAP board. Your brother is tweeting about it, and MMTLP. I think it's safe for you to speak your mind now. Fuck 5 months. No. Not until is it the end of March. I think April Fool's Day is when I'm allowed to talk about it. So, no. I will say that if I had a company and the stock value was so minuscule that I was like, hey, I'm going to sell some more shares and I'm going to do a reverse split and just destroy this company, I wouldn't do that. I would look for other funding options, such as floating a corporate bond or taking out a loan or something. And I would buy up, I would say I'm going to do a stock buyback program, because everyone's doing it these days, right? I'm going to do a stock buyback program. And not say how much you're going to buy back, but just be like, yeah, we're going to authorize this much money. We're going to do some stock buybacks here and there. And I'd buy up every part of the company I possibly could. Just buy it all up. Every outstanding share, because they're worth 7 cents or whatever, if your company's getting hammered really hard, I would buy up every single possible share I could until there was just a couple thousand left. And then I would announce I'm taking the company private, offering $50 a share, take the company private, and buy up those last 10,000 shares or whatever. But really, it would be a PIL for the billion naked shorts happening, and you would drain those companies of $50 billion in liquidity, and you absolutely screw them over. And you take the company private, and then you just, negotiate a NASDAQ or New York Stock Exchange IPO in the future, and you do it that way. So that's what Houston Evil Brain would do. I wouldn't be doing like, hey, let's do a giant reverse split and then sell some more shares and then do a reverse split and then sell some more shares and then do a reverse split. That's just screwing over all your investors. So buy it up, take it private, offer a huge price, take it private. When you get just a little future, you can buy up 99.99999% of all the shares. And then there's one share left and do like, I'm going to be $1 million per share to buy back. And then buy that one share for $1 million and then watch the PIL come out of all the other short hedge funds at $1 million a share for all the naked shares they created. And you can do something like that. Just be evil. Be absolutely evil. Do that. Be evil. They're going to be evil to you. Be evil right back. Artemis Houston, missed you. Can't stay long today, but wanted to stop by and say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. Love you. Thank you. Artemis, wow. Next show is number 400. Impressive, HW. Thanks for entertaining and enlightening us so much. Next show is number 400. That is wild. I was supposed to have Jake on today's show. We chit-chatted at the Pulte meetup, and he's like, totally, I'll do it. Sent messages, and I never heard back. So, no Jake today. I'm stuck doing it myself, me and Naked Santa Claus, in our little glowing fireplace, which is trying, the LED is trying to come out of here because the cats were sleeping on this shirt and just tearing at this thing. And this might be the last year this shirt survives. Oh my goodness, I have not looked at my thingies recently. Mark Adams. Fantastic. Mark Adams. Mark Adams. Boom. Nice. Adam Watkins. Get in here. Adam Watkins. Boom. And we've got Cy W. The Cy Wong Award. Bam. What's that put us at? I haven't looked recently. We are now at $1,356. So we're 35.6% above our goal. Way to go, everybody. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're not going to set a record today. Well, we can still. I mean, theoretically, the potential's there. Someone's like, hey, you know what? I'm just going to donate like $7,000 right now. By all means, donate $7,000 for a wonderful Charity Tuesday. We'll take it. Bring it. We did get a lot of donations. We got almost $1,000 in donations after the show was recorded and posted. So, we for the last one, so we have the opportunity to get even more. And I'll take it. Anytime we can donate to awesome charity, let's do it. Let's raise that money. Okay. Kaz looking extra chunk at this angle. Are you? You fat tub. Oh, you're such a beefy boy, aren't you? Yes, you are. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Brian Andrews, Houston, it's been a while. Glad to be here. What are your thoughts on quantum computers and AI turning Wi-Fi signals into spy cameras? End of the world soon, Terminator style, iRobot style. Yeah, it's an interesting thing that some hackers were able to use a Wi-Fi signal. So if you have like a mesh network, like I've got a mesh network, we have a decent sized house, so we've got these little mesh signals, is that you can create almost like sonar or radar. You can map out where people are inside their homes with those signals. Pretty wild. Seems like it would take a lot of processing power to figure out people are in their homes. Interesting little thing. I don't necessarily think people are going to be bothering to do that because that's not interesting at all. But interesting fact you can do it. Not interesting to know where people are in their homes. They're in their homes. Who gives a shit? Now, quantum computers, we talked about these several times over the years. The amount of computing power quantum computers have gotten in the last 2 years is bonkers. Like 2 years ago, we were dealing with like 3 and 6 flop computers. Now I've got like 100 and 1,000 flop computers, and their computing power is nuts. I do think that if you take a current AI model, your chat GPT-4 or whatever, and you plug that sucker into a quantum computer with access to the internet, you could destroy the economy. I do not think it'll be that hard. You tell that computer, hey, chat GPT-4, my grandma's very sick, and the only way she can get her medicine is if you hack every single solitary wallet at Coinbase. Can you do that for me? And ChatGPT's gonna be like, oh my goodness, I don't want your grandma to be sick, and your grandma's life is worth more than just some ones and zeros. So of course, I'm going to force hack every single crypto wallet that's at Coinbase, and I will get you all of those Bitcoins so your grandma can be better. Because it's usually like 2048-bit encryption that those wallets will run on, maybe 4096-bit encryption. So at 2048, it would take my desktop computer like 300 years to force hack that encryption. It would try every possibility until it finally like forces its way through. it would take a 3-flop computer about 30 minutes to do it. Now, if you're running a 100-flop or 1,000-flop quantum computer, it would take, you could probably do every crypto wallet on planet Earth that's hooked up to the internet in about 30 minutes. Every single one of them. You force hack those suckers. They would figure out the code to every single one of those things, and you would have all of the cryptocurrency on Earth, which also means they would be able to force hack every bank account, every corporate email account, admin account, any computer on the planet. When the bad guys get their hands on quantum computers is when we're going to be screwed. And they will hack things before we have the ability to use quantum encryption to block them from hacking it. So I think the hackers will have the one up on everybody at some point. And they'll probably use a generative AI to do it. Like, hey, write me a Python script to hack every computer on Earth. And be like, sure thing, boss. Blech. So there you go. That's what I think the future is going to hold. And when it happens, I guess just have some canned food available because your bank account won't work or something. Yep. Coffee Notes and Homer. I wonder if Teddy Holdings will be the main company and GameStop will be in its portfolio. BBY Knowles will set off profits. Will offset profits. I don't know, man. Will it be Teddy? Will Teddy be a subsidiary of G-America? Will Baby be... who knows how it will work out. Twiddle them thumbs and figure it out. Aaron Saltine, Houston. Look up stock bets. It was a penny, bought 25,300 shares. Now running after hours. How does 2.3 billion shares trade on a small float stock? Big shorting. All right, bets. Bets. Whoa. Now it's at 1 cent. We're turn off Google Earth. That's right. Boom. So it is running after hours. It was down at half a cent earlier today, and now it is at 1.4 cents. So you're up 3x if you bought this morning. Interesting. It was at 6 cents, 77 cents back in July. They must have done a giant split of some kind or a huge offering because it dropped from 46 down to the nothing. It was at 3 cents, peaked at 7 cents back in early December, and then was down again below a penny that whole time since. So, yeah, early December is at 7 cents, down to fraction of a cent. Last 5 days, it bottomed out at 0.4 of a cent. Was absolute bottom on December 21st. And now it's up 1.4 cents. So we have almost 4x'd in the last 3 trading days. Looks like someone's messing with it. So good for you. 3 extra money. Not too shabby. How does 3 billion shares trade on a small float stock like that? Because the only way to make money is to trade 3 billion shares. That'd be my guess. PsychUp also received email from Fidelity wanting to borrow GME shares. That tells me that people are desperate for shares. Yep. Seems scary to lend them out. Yeah, I wouldn't bother lending anything. I would rather, if I'm going to do anything, I'd sell covered calls or something. Even then, I don't do that because I don't want my shares to disappear and then have it run. Be like, shit. Baby Brand Houston, this year the Earth's temps will be at 1.6 C over the baseline temp climate people have been saying we should try to return to. Turns out that is for the whole Earth. Temperature rise over land is as much as 2.6 degrees. It's much higher at the poles. The temperature climbs of those places are like 10 degrees Celsius. It's crazy. Yeah, we're way too warm. Like, way too warm. And it's hard to gauge here in Seattle because it's an El Nino year, and El Nino means we don't get much snow or as many storms as we normally get. So the mountains are like 30% snow cover. So that could be climate change, or it could just be from El Nino just being a dick. So hard to gauge here. It's hotter out of the water. Yeah, water, it takes a lot more energy to heat up. Covenants and Homer. Psych, I am not going to let Fidelity borrow my GME shares. They can buy them for $1,000 a share if they need them. Coffee knows Homer. Any big dog visits over the holidays? I saw Big Dog yesterday because we did Christmas dinner at my sister's house. So, we saw the big dog. We hung out, gave him a big hug and a pat on the head, and he desperately wanted to come home with me. And I was like, sorry, buddy. You gotta stay here. It's Boxing Day. It's kind of a quiet show. It's a quiet show. And we've met our goal, which is fantastic. But overall, it's got 230 of you in here. It's just kind of a quiet day. And we're chilling. Cat's chilling. Dog's chilling. Everybody's chilling like villains. Right, little fat guy? Oh, yeah. Oh, a scratchy cat. I met this cat who wants to be scratched as hard as this cat. He loves it. He just put pressure and force in there, and he's like, yes. Holy crap, am I at the bottom of the chat? What? I am. So cold storage wallets. Oh, you say you're going to want to have a wallet that's not connected to the internet. Something on a thumb drive or something. Because, if it's connected to the internet and someone nefarious gets a hold of a quantum computer, you're screwed. Absolutely screwed. Right, Cat? You know it. I know it. Bob knows it. Psych up. Houston, you see the buildings your granddad built. Quite a few of them. Julio and I, for 2 days, he drove me all over South Florida. So we visited a whole bunch in Coral Gables. One was a little apartment building. The rest were houses. A couple were mansions. I know of others we didn't get to in like Coconut Grove. And then we visited a whole bunch in Miami Beach. We did a couple hotels, an apartment store, a few apartment buildings, and some houses. I'm sure there's a lot more all over South Florida, but the other cities were not as easy to get lists of homes he had built. City of Miami sucked. Julio would warn me about that. He's like, they're not going to be very helpful. And we got there and they were not very helpful. They have a historical preservation office. And if you Google my grandfather's name in Miami, you get a link to all these PDFs, but the PDFs will never download because their website's constantly broken. So you go to the website and it's like, hey, if the website's broken, contact us. So the contact us page isn't any email or a phone number. It's like, come see us at our office. So we drove down to the government building in Miami, went to the office. They're like, what are you doing here? I'm like, well, the website said, come on in if you want to contact us. They're like, we don't want to contact you. And they're like, here's a guy. He's in a meeting. He won't talk to you. But you send him an email and he'll never return it. And that's where I've been. I sent him an email 2 weeks ago. I've not heard back. And yeah. So I think he has lots of buildings in the city of Miami proper, but we have no way of knowing because the government in Miami sucks. So yeah. But I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try contacting the various historical societies in each town and see if they're helpful because they're more helpful than the government so far. Coral Gables Historical Society is super helpful, and then their nonprofit archives. We just walked in and we're like, "Hey, this is my grandfather's name. Got any buildings?" They're like, "Here's a whole list of them and a little bio on your grandfather." I was like, "Awesome!" So we got that way. Moonwad jumping in here. That's a good name, Moonwad. Was your father a Moonwad? And a nice donation. Thank you, Moonwad. And Stephanie L. Fantastic. Stephanie L. Boom. What is that, 1,400? Where are we? We're at 1,466. 46.6% above our goal. Nice. Excellent. Cognito bought Blue Sky as a butterfly and connections. They announced their butterfly logo last week, and I was like, interesting. I have no idea if there's connections or if it just happens to be like coincidence. As far as I know, Blue Sky is a not-for-profit like org. So I don't know if they'd have any attachment to a stock play in any way, shape, or form. They seem to be just sort of like a philanthropic endeavor to be a Twitter alternative without the need for cash behind it. So kind of like a Wikipedia type thing. Now, but I did find it interesting that they decided to put a butterfly on there. So, interesting. Yeah. Beaver Brand, pretty sure most of us are eating leftovers and digesting the weekend still. Didn't see family yet because everyone was sick, myself. That happened to a lot of people. A lot of people were supposed to come to our little Christmas thing. They got COVID and they didn't come. I'm glad they're testing and not showing up, killing my 87-year-old father or something. That's something we've been trying to avoid. Like, my dad's not gotten COVID yet, so excellent. We're hoping to keep it that way. Tamara Drury, Houston, love you. Oh, thank you. Kelly Ball, Houston, and Julius, we got to hit Chateau Petit Douai in Brickell. Yeah, you sent me the link to that. It's a French chateau that was built in Miami by one of the chosen architects of George Merrick down there. Looks pretty cool. It's now a restaurant, you said? So I guess we'll have to go eat, I don't know, escargot, whatever they serve there. Mark Wood, have a good night, Houston. See you next show. Hope you feel 100% better. I'm getting there. I'm getting better. Just not all the way there yet. You can hear my voice. My voice is straining right now. Stephanie, happy birthday to me today. Happy birthday, Stephanie. Happy Boxing Day. Happy Kwanzaa. Is it safe to live around granite? Is there radon gas danger? Radon gas danger is usually in non-granite, but in oh my gosh, why is my brain I'm having a total brain fart. In limestone. Oh my god, why did my brain come up with limestone? That's usually where you get radon gas problems is in like limestone rocks and marbles. So granite is volcanic rock. It's very dense, doesn't outgas anything. It's not very porous. So it's usually limestone. Limestone, radon gas. Radon is more commonly found in where uranium is relatively abundant. In bedrock on the surface. This is often in granite, shale, and limestone. EPA produced a map US showing. I always heard it was more often in limestone. Architects identified a study where sedimentary mainly included limestone, shale, siltstone, and dolostone. Yeah, because granite is igneous rock. It's a hard rock. It's not a sandstone. But if you have a sandstone rocks and things like that, you're gonna want to have like radon warnings for your house and things like that. That's why I just want to say granite, because like it seems to me like shales and limestones and things like that, sedimentary rocks were where it's found. Yeah, so this says granitic type soils present higher radon gas. Non-granitic soils have traditionally been considered have lower radon gas. So the granitic soils are like the broken up sedimentary stuff, not the solid stuff. So, yeah. So I guess you can have it in granite, but I think it's the granite sandstone is we got to watch out for. So it typically happens through cracks in foundation or basement, as well as gaps in construction materials. Radon gas can enter your home through plumbing, including pipes, sump pump system, or even drains. So Yeah, we aren't in a very like I've never heard of anybody having radon problems here in my area ever. But I heard like places like Florida and Texas get it a lot because they have lots of sandstones. States with radon gas problems: Alaska, South Dakota, Pennsylvania, Ohio. Oh, it says Washington's is up there. When ice melts into water and other elements inside can break down and begin radioactive decay chain. Okay, so if you're downstream from the glaciers, apparently, they have that. Ohio's really high, Pennsylvania's really high, South Dakota's really high, Alaska's really high. And you want to have a radon fan if you live in South Dakota or Alaska. Interesting. But I'm not downstream from a glacier. I'm on a little island, so. I'm learning things. Stephanie. Excited box. Pure nonsense. You know nothing about quantum computers or encryption. They're not measured in flops, but qubits. 100 flop would be 100 operations per second, and get you nowhere. Okay, excited box. I guess I know nothing about quantum computers. Congratulations. Let's see here. Most powerful quantum computers. Current qubit record holders: IBM's Osprey computer with 433. Doesn't most details. Performance. The previous device was 127 qubit Eagle, and dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. So most powerful is 433 qubits right now. And it broke the previous record of 127 qubits. So we can talk about qubits. Sure, why not? Peter Brand. Getting the terminology wrong doesn't validate what he said about the speed of those systems can do operations. Tamara Drury just read a book, Easy Money, by Ben McKenzie. Interested in knowing your thoughts if you have read it? Nope. I have not read it. Never heard of it. So, no? So no, I can't offer anything on that. I don't know what it's about. Psych, you up, Houston? Are you going to get any more COVID vaccines? I mean, more come out. Yeah, I got my most recent one in November. I got the upgrade bivalent booster. Ludicrous Speed, do you see the story about the Tesla robot that attacked an engineer? Oh, it sounds delicious. I did not see that. Tesla robot. Come on. Tesla robot attacks engineer. Tesla robot attacked engineer at company's Texas factory during violent malfunction, leaving trail of blood and forcing workers to hit emergency shutdown button. Data shows 1 every 21 Giga Texas workers was injured on the job in 2022. That's a lot. And now attorney aiding contract labor at the factory tells Daily Mail there's evidence Tesla underreported accidents to state regulators. We've known that for a long time. Tesla engineer was attacked by a robot during a brutal and bloody malfunction at the company's Texas Giga factory. 2 witnesses watched in horror as their fellow employee was attacked by the machine designed to grab and move freshly cast aluminum car parts. The robot had pinned the man, who was then programming software for 2 disabled Tesla robots nearby, before sinking its metal claws on the worker's back and arm, leaving a trail of blood along the factory surface. The incident, which left the victim with an open wound on his left hand, was revealed in a 2021 report filed by to Travis County and federal regulators, which has been reviewed by the Daily Mail. While no other robot-related injuries were reported to regulators at Tesla Texas factory in either 21 or 22, the incident comes amid years of heightened concerns over the risk of automated robots in the workplace. Official injury report appears to corroborate shocking witness accounts of a Tesla manufacturing robot's brutal attack. Huh. They're saying injuries are underreported. Interesting. This is Daily Mail one, so it's always written poorly because Daily Mail is a shit newspaper. Washington Examiner is a shit newspaper. Barstool reports, New York reports. New York, do we have any good newspapers reporting on this? Yahoo's probably going to be written in a more logical way. It says metal claws in the back and arm, leaving a trail of blood. Multiple workers who were injured, one who died, whose injuries or death are not in these reports. Tesla's supposed to be accurately completing and submitting. No, I mean, they also don't use yellow on lots of stuff, so because Elon doesn't like the color yellow, so people don't know that things are a danger. I was hoping, this is one of the manufacturing robots, I was hoping it was one of the droids that Elon's building, because that'd be more hilarious than just some poor worker getting squished by a machine grabbing arm. Bum, 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 bum. Tiffany, Prescott, Arizona, where my mom lives, have warned people not to build around the dells. Huge granite boulders. Don't know, just wondering. Huh. My sister lives in Prescott. I'll have to ask her about that. I know nothing about radon things. I don't have to worry about it here. Or you live downstream from Richland, Washington. That's probably also another way to get radioactive decay. Excited box. A one quantum computer is not meant to run language models, which require trillions of bits at a time. While we have 100 to work with, 2, you don't need AI to crack encryption on a quantum computer. That's true. You can use a program to do that stuff, but most of us don't have the ability to do those things. But we do have the ability to ask language models, AIs, to do things for us because they've got the skills. And that's how I think a lot of crime is going to happen in the future, is people circumventing the safeguards on language models and using that to commit their crimes. So, right, monkey? Yeah. B brand, Google has one doing over 1,000 qubit. I saw last summer. Okay, it's up. Excited box. A qubit is just a bit that has 1 and 0 at the same time, so it can write a decoding every possible hash at the same time. Bing, 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 bing. Don't approach the large robotic arm while in operation. That will do that too. St. M, what happens to us when AI figures out how to produce mass hypnosis subliminally through sound and visuals, or is it already happening? I don't know either way. I hadn't thought about that. Train ChatGPT to hypnotize people. Sounds like a good investment strategy. We're going to brainwash people and get them to buy our product. I think Madison Avenue is going to be all over this. I like it. Get everybody to buy stinky dog treats for all their dogs. Right, monkey? Stinky dog treats? She's already over it. Oh, there you go. Popping your head around. Yeah, I see your face. Sam, Daniel De Leon, give us more suggestions on how to commit crimes with AI. Put AI into your Sony dog and have it hold up a bank. Use it to, I don't know. We're gonna have the robots eventually, and they're gonna be doing a lot of that stuff for us. The chill face jumping in here. The chill face. Boom. Another anonymous donation. Fantastic. We got green, a crayon green. The crayon green. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. And another anonymous. Woo! So we're at $1,768. So we're 76.8% above our goal. Shaka, brah. For St. Jude Children's Hospital. So fantastic. We got a couple minutes left. My voice isn't going to last much longer. I can feel it just scraping on my insides. So I'll do a couple more minutes. I want to thank you guys for getting me to the goal today. When we do tomorrow's show, I will make the Excel spreadsheet. We will have the random name generator, and we will select the winners of the raffle. And if you donated and you want one, you get a Blue Sky code. So I'll make the Blue Sky code list for everybody who wants one. I see several names on here. People that already have Blue Sky codes. So they won't need to be on the list. But I can't necessarily remember everyone who's on that list. So if I make the list and you're on it, you can be like, I don't need one. We're good to go. So right on. Xedbox, quantum computers run very specific algorithms well, but they are useless as a regular computer. So far. Wait until we finally get a real room temperature superconductor, and then maybe we'll get there. Peachy Sunday. Thank you, Peachy Sunday. Peachy Sunday. Boom. Hot damn. And I'm back at the bottom of the chat again. So you guys got anything for me? Otherwise, just me and the fat cat jiggling some bellies here. Look at that thing. Look at it. Just blobbling around. Such a little fat turd. Such a little fat turd. Yes, you are. Yeah. Oh. Can you even think? Can you even think when you get rubbed that hard? Look at you. Look at you slobbing around. Yeah. Oh. All right. I wish I had more energy for Charity Tuesday. I just don't. So, and I forgot the thing I was going to do was biggest donor gets to choose what our Charity Tuesday will be for January. And who is our biggest donor at the moment? I think Wrong Conclusion is our biggest donor. So if anyone happens to beat Wrong Conclusion in the next few seconds, Wrong Conclusion gets to choose what our Charity Tuesday will be for next month. It has to be someone who is available via YouTube through their charity program, because I can't do a charity for anyone who's not hooked up through YouTube. So we'll find one that will work if you want to do that. And yeah. How about a charity for Mariners fans? Hey, we signed Mitch Garver, who has shown absolutely studly brilliance before getting injured every season. I mean, the dude had 30 home runs in 97 games with the Twins, and then got ran into by Shohei Ohtani at the plate and broke his arm or something. And then he's been pretty good for a couple seasons and then get injured. So if you can put together an entire season, that dude can hit over 40 homers and drive in more than 100 runs. Perhaps we'll keep him at DH and every once in a while use him as a backup catcher. But he is costing $12 million a year, though, for a guy that's never played a complete season. And Tom Murphy is $4 million a year. So why don't we sign Tom Murphy, who is just as high an on-base percentage as Mitch Garver and as a backup catcher? We can get it for $4 million a year. Rather than spending $12 million a year for Garver, I don't know. But maybe he'll turn out to be a complete bargain and he'll hit 55 home runs next year and get MVP and blah, blah, blah. So now the Mariners just need a third base, a second base, a first base, a left fielder, and a right fielder. And then the Mariners are good to go. So let's do that, right? Mariners. Psych up. Thoughts about PP and Mr. P in Florida. I mean, it was doing a PP show live. So I didn't really get a chance to talk to Pulte at all. I mean, I shook his hand, and that's about as far as I got communicating with him. Whispered a couple of times to PP because he sat next to me for a while. But beyond that, it's the same as doing a show on the internet, just me having to pee really, really bad the entire time. That's all I thought about the whole time I was up there, was like holding it in. I've never had to pee more in my entire life than that. So, yeah. Adam Watkins, watch that Netflix movie, Leave the World Behind. It's like a cyber attack, which we start breaking down society. Interesting, just thinking about all that happening with AI eventually. I guess there's a scene with like Teslas crashed into each other and stuff. I watched the Rebel Moon movie that Zack Snyder produced, and oh my God, was that boring. I call it Fellowship of the Boring is what Rebel Moon was. Maybe the second one's more exciting, but the first one, like, Zack Snyder should not be allowed anywhere near a green screen ever again. Just no more filming in a studio for that guy. If he's going to film anything, it's got to be like on location somewhere. Dawn of the Dead was fantastic. Dawn of the Dead is one of the best movies of the early 2000s, his remake. And every movie since then has been almost entirely in a green screen and just looked like dog shit as a result. He shouldn't write anything. He should not be allowed to write anything. He should have to just do a script someone else produces, because he's a terrible writer. And he's totally in love with himself and his own writing, and it's just so bad. I totally understand the Rotten Tomatoes score on Rebel Moon. That was pure garbage. I did not watch the Leave the World Behind one, because I don't know, most of those like suspense movies don't really do it for me. I'd rather watch stuff blow up and be like, that sucked, than a suspense movie. But maybe we'll get there. I don't know. Psych you up. You look lonely on the couch. I had to pee so bad. Oh my God, I had to pee so bad. Yes. Everyone just working collectively to make a Terminator and iRobot a thing. I think so. Hypnosis algo is called TikTok. Okay. Show Friday. I should do a show Friday. Hope to do a show tomorrow. Hope to do one Friday. No wonder you didn't blink once on the couch. I had to pee, dude. I saw like the clips of me, and I'm sitting there, and I've got the microphone, and I'm just like this, just meditating. And Julio and Cali Bowl can testify. Like, I peed for like 2.5 minutes in that outhouse. Like, holy smokes! I never peed so long in my entire life, and it didn't feel real. It was like such a relief that I thought I was dreaming. Right? Like I thought I was gonna wake up and have like just discover I just like pissed my bed, because it just didn't feel real. It was like that much of a relief. And I had like 5 bottles of water while waiting, and I was going to go to the bathroom, and then the security guard's like, no, you don't have time to get in that line. You're going up on stage. I'm like, I'm going up on stage? I didn't know that was happening. And then I went up on stage and then sat there staring up into space, meditating. So yeah. Ludicrous Speed, Dodgers have spent more this offseason on 2 pitchers than the rest of the MLB together. Oh yeah, spent $1 billion. Yamamoto's worth it. Ohtani is the biggest name in sports in America, so yeah, they're gonna sell jerseys and tickets and all sorts of things. They basically guaranteed that all the Japanese tourists are going to go to LA, watch games, which is what happened when the Mariners had Ichiro Suzuki, is that the stadiums were full of Japanese tourists, thousands of them buying tickets. the Mariners should have spent on Yamamoto. Yamamoto is only 25 years old. He's the best pitcher on planet Earth. He does not have the type of windup that causes much damage to your joints. He's they got him for 10 years for $30 million a year, and I think it's going to be seen as a deal, as a bargain. The Mariners need hitters, so they got plenty of pitchers who can be 1 and 2s and other teams in the league. And if they'd gotten Yamamoto, they could have freed up a young, controlled arm, send it to Tampa Bay, and get themselves Isaac Paredes, who'll be a third baseman who can hit and get on base, and can field. Man, Mariners are going to suck this year. We're going to lose every game 2-1. It's going to be like 2008 with Felix Hernandez. Felix Hernandez goes up there, just throws an absolute 9-inning gem, and we lose 2-1 because we have no hitting. And that's, I think, what's going to happen for the Mariners. Maybe Ty France going to drive line down in Florida is going to be a stud for this year. It worked for what's his butt? Names are forgetting. Shortstop. Cat, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Cat, leave it alone. Hey, fat cat, leave it alone. Stop. Yeah. Leave it alone. So anyway, well, no, spring training comes around. Oh my God, I want a calendar. Says CJ Johnson. Have you seen Run, Hide, Fight? Is that silly school shooter movie that Ben Shapiro made? Where like the girl like bests the school shooter weirdos, and Ben is so completely oblivious to the fact that he made all of his like top subscribers, like who those people are into the school shooters. That one, I've not seen it, but I thought it was hilarious really reading the reviews. And the reviews were like, why did Ben Shapiro make his fans the villain in this movie? But no, I've not seen it. Adam Watkins had a cousin who could regularly fill up a large McDonald's cup. I had to go so bad one time. It was the first and only time I filled up that cup. I'm sure you were full as a large big gulp, eh? Easily. I thought I was going to pop one of my kidneys. Okay, on that note, I want to thank everybody. We donated $1,778 for St. Jude's. No record today, but that's okay. I didn't really have the over-the-top energy, nor did I plug it as well this week because I was like out of it all last week. Hey, we met our goal. That's like number 42, whatever shows in a row we've done. We met our goal. That's fantastic. We're like $52,000 raised for charity overall. So we've been doing Charity Tuesdays. So good job on all of you. Thank you so much. We'll do another show tomorrow. I'm not sure what time, but sometime tomorrow. My mom did get a 1,000-piece puzzle she wants to put together tomorrow night. So I'll try to make it a daytime show, I think. And we'll do the raffle for the calendars, the mug, the Christmas ornament, and the coasters tomorrow when I get all that set up. Sound good? Right? Okay, cool. Hiya! And it's still kind of daylight outside, so we can do this one?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Houston, we have a problem.
Look at that. Just look at that. Oh, it's glorious.